Hello and welcome. This is a video about the leader in the end times that stands up to Jesus and what we are told about him. First we can look at Revelation 13, where we are given a description of him. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. So coming out of the earth, or land, as opposed to the sea, would indicate an association somehow with Israel. The sea normally denotes Gentile nations, so the earth or land would denote the nation of Israel. So this could indicate that he doesn't make himself fully known until he is in Israel. He is also described as having 2 horns like a lamb. Jesus is described as the Lamb of God, so this would indicate that he may come in a peaceful way and be like a Messiah figure. But then we are told that he speaks like a dragon, so he lies and deceives about God. Then we're told, and he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. So the first beast is the end-time empire, which I go through in the video called What is the End-Time Empire? But this leader, this man that leads the empire, has its power and causes the whole earth to worship it. Then we're told, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. So it seems this man can perform miracles. Now fire coming down from heaven is well known in the Bible, and it relates to Elijah. Elijah that many are waiting for to arrive before Jesus comes. However, Jesus tells us that Elijah has already come. But I say unto you that Elias is come already, and they knew him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed. Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them. Then the disciples understood that he spake unto them of John the Baptist. And he, speaking of John the Baptist, shall go before him, speaking of Jesus, in the spirit and power of Elias, to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the disobedient to the wisdom of the just, to make ready a people prepared for the Lord. So just in case this man claims to be Elijah, or to come in the spirit of Elijah, then we can know, as we have already been told by Jesus, that Elijah has already come. We are not waiting for him. And Revelation 13 goes on to say, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. So the miracles he can do will deceive the people. But I think it's important to clarify where his power is coming from. It is coming from God. God sends the great delusion. God grants him power and authority to rule the end-time empire for as long as God allows it. Then we're told, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So the question is, what is the image of the beast? Well, we are told the beast has a mark, number, and name, and the number of its name is the number of a man, or mankind. So the name of the beast may well be man. Therefore I think it's reasonable to consider the possibility, and it is just a possibility, that the image of the beast will be the image of a man. Which man, we may not know at the moment. It may be an image that isn't based upon a specific person. It may be an image that's meant to symbolize mankind. Or it could be an image that closely resembles a man, something that can speak and can cause anyone who doesn't worship it to be killed. Then we're told, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So this is what's commonly called the mark of the beast. I go through this in more detail in the video, The Mark of the Beast, but to go through it here a little, it seems to indicate that this could be a literal branding, something that links 2 parties together, e.g. a worshipper and the beast, as opposed to those who are sealed of God, which links the believer to God. Or it could be something figurative. The forehead may equal the thoughts, and the right hand could indicate the actions that someone performs. So people are either thinking of and acting in a way to try and please God, or they're thinking and acting in a way that would please man. But whatever the mark is, we are told the effect that it has, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So we have 3 things: the mark, which we have just quickly looked at, the name of the beast, which may be the name of man or mankind or a specific person, and the number of which we are told. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So that's a look at what we're told about the end-time leader in Revelation 13. There are more details elsewhere, though. In Daniel, Revelation, 2 Thessalonians, Hosea, Nahum, Micah, and Ezekiel all include more detailed descriptions of this man. And I would recommend reading all these chapters, but I have done a summary of the information in them to get a better overall picture. So firstly, the titles given to this man are False Prophet, Fierce King, Little Horn, Man of Sin, Vile One, Son of Perdition, and Gog. Then we can have a look at this man's actions and character. So one title I left out was the Assyrian, as this helps to specify where he comes from. We are told he comes from Nineveh, which no longer exists, but Mosul is in the same place, so it's likely this is where he would originate from. He will have a strong countenance, perhaps look very powerful. He will be good at speaking, good at intrigue and flattery. He will not care for the Jews, for the young, sick or hungry, but this may be hidden at the beginning. He will have an association with Israel. He may be Jewish, he may convert to Judaism, or it could be something else, like he may only reveal himself fully once he is in Israel. He will be prosperous and gain a lot of power through the use of words, through persuasion. And he will subdue 3 leaders around the time he comes to power. He will think to change times and laws. Now I can't say for certain with this passage whether he actually manages it or not. He will divide Israel for profit and have no regard for the true God or any gods at all. We also know he will confirm a covenant that has previously been made and broken for another 7 years, but he will break it halfway through. He will initially enter Israel in peace and give them wealth. He will be extremely deceitful and destroy many by peace. He will persecute and kill believers, as well as having no regard for God. He will exalt himself above God. He will have great power and will be able to perform miracles, signs and wonders that deceive. His focus will be on force, on strength and weapons, and he will set up the abomination of desolation in Jerusalem, as well as destroying the sanctuary and stopping sacrifice and oblation. However, in the end, he will be destroyed by Jesus. I hope this gives a reasonable overview of the leader that stands against Jesus. It is worth studying and remembering this subject, as the more we know about what is coming, the more we can make sure we are not deceived or frightened by it, as we would know in the end it will all be made right. Thank you for listening, and God bless.